I'm Allison LaForgia, the managing editor of HousingWire's Content Studio, and today we're going through a demo of Scaleflex. Scaleflex is a fast-growing SaaS bridging the gap between digital asset management and compelling visual experiences. Scaleflex's portfolio is multifaceted, including their state-of-the-art modules, which help IT and business teams maximize the value of their media assets and optimize content delivery. In this demo, they'll walk you through their platform and show you how it can help your real estate business save time, boost productivity, and deliver high-quality visuals and serve clients faster and better. Take us through the demo.
Hi everyone, I'm Loic. I'm very happy and exciting to demonstrate how our solution Scaleflex visual experience platform can help real estate professionals to manage their assets, their visual assets, and specifically images. So I'm going to cover a full asset lifecycle experience within our solution, from the upload to the enhancements, from the publishing, and also the web performance. And my mission is to show you that all under 10 minutes. So you should see actually my screen. So this is the VXP, so Visual Experience Platform. And this is a platform that has been developed by Scaleflex, a French company. We are worldwide, so we have local offices in Europe, in America, and also in Asia. So we are working with a lot of different customers and different markets, but we have a very good sense of what real estate professional needs. What you can see actually is our VXP. This platform composed of different modules. So you have the digital asset management modules. This is the one we are going to focus mainly today. But we also have other modules like Visual AI that can help to enhance the images. We have portals that helps people to share assets to external audiences. And we also have our DMO features, which helps to deliver through CDN partners very fast the asset that needs to be delivered on your different channels, website, and socials. So what you see currently is the DAM. So this is where all the assets will be stored as a single source of truth for your media. And this is an easy way for you to organize, search, but also enrich your metadata and for your assets in order to help end users, marketers, designers to find the right asset for the right content. So I'm just going through the life cycle of an asset, so from the upload to its publication. So as you can see, all the assets are organized here in an asset view, in a flat view. It's very easy to search using a search bar to filter assets based on date, based on format, or based on specific metadata that you will set up yourself for your own needs. That being said, you can also organize your asset within folders like you will do on your personal laptop, for instance. But more interestingly, you will also have the ability to create dynamic collection, which will rely on your metadata in order to gather your assets relating specific point of interest. So if you want to organize your asset per country, per name, per regions, if you have those metadata enabled into your assets, this is something very feasible without creating any new version, without any duplicating the asset and the folder structure that you have here. You will be able to easily create content. So here I have an example. I have a collection called country. And if I click on country, I will have all my assets inside the DAM automatically reorganized by the country. And this country is provided within the asset in the metadata section. Right here, you can see this is United States of America as a country. So this is why when I click on United States, I have those assets popping up. If I click on France, if I click on UK, I will have the related assets gathered on those virtual folders. So now that being said, let's create a folder where I'm going to upload new assets. So I'm going to create a folder. I'm going to go to test right here. And inside this folder, I'm going to upload some content. So as you can see, there is this big upload button right here where I can click, and then I can upload assets from my device, from a CSV file, from external solution like Dropbox, OneDrive, or Google Drive, sometimes even from Creative Suite like Canva, or you can just do an easy drag and drop as you would do in many solutions, because this is what is user-friendly for non-technical person. So I just drop down this content into my solution, and now I have this model where I can specify what I want to upload. So I can go on a specific asset, this one, for instance. If I want to update this asset before uploading it into the DAM, this is feasible. I can open the image editor. I can just adapt. So I can do cropping. I can use custom preset like for my social. So if I want to make it friendly for a user, for an Instagram feed, for instance, this is something I can easily do. I can use a manual resizing. So I can specify the width and the height here, keep the aspect ratio or change the aspect ratio. This is feasible. I can fine tune the image, so I can put a little bit of brightness or having some blur effect. I can play with different colorimetry elements, as well as adding some filters. So we have predefined filters that can be easily added. I can also add some watermarking. So if you want to add your real estate logo, for instance, on the top of your images, this is something you can easily do with this image editor. Everything I'm doing right now is manual, obviously, but you can automate this. If you want, by default, all your images having your nice logo on the top left, for instance, this is something you can do using presets, and I'm going to show presets in a few seconds. So that being said, I can click next, and then I can do the asset indexing. So all the metadata that you have created for the sake of your industries is available right there, and you can switch from one to another and use here the bulk features to change the metadata. So here I've created one metadata called ID. Basically, this is the property ID that you would use in the listing, for instance, and you can specify here this value. So if all those images is for the same property, you can just apply in bulk on all the asset, and you save time doing so, obviously. You can then change and go to another metadata. So for instance, property type, and says, okay, this is an apartment, this is a duplex. You can have as many as options as you want. Those are a pre-populated list that you can manage from the settings yourself. So there is many other metadata. Obviously, there is no limitation. So here we have created some property features. You can specify the agent name, the price, if this needs to be listed on your website. You can also use embargo. So if you don't want an image to be published after a specific date, you can specify here the expiration date. The country, the city where the property is located, you can create as much as needed and easily index doing the upload using this nice interface, or you can just do the upload and make the indexation later. Maybe you have someone who are in charge of the indexation and not at the upload level. So this is something that you can do really easily afterwards. So once the asset is in the DAM, they are automatically available to be published. By default, the image are public. You can make the image private if you want and go through an approval workflow. But here, those images are already available. And so if I select one image here, I have a CDN link. So CDN link for content delivery network. So we are working with strong performer to make sure those images can be delivered very fast to the end user. And this is not only what we do, we also make sure that this image is compressed in order to make this file with the smaller size possible. So this file, which is delivered by the CDN link that you can see right here, is delivered and is delivered using some compression. So by default, this file is a JPEG. But here, if we look at the file detail, we can see that the file is delivered into WebP, which is a next generation format made for digital delivery, like on your website, on social, for instance. But you can also see that this file is just weighing 324 kilobytes, while the original file was almost 3 megabytes. So there is a huge here saving made in bandwidth and in terms of UI and experience for your end user. The loading time will be much, much faster. That being said, you can obviously create variation. So this is what I call preset earlier, and this preset will help you to create different variation of those assets on the fly at the upload. So here, if I go on the variation side, you can see that by default, I have generated 3 variations, one called Retina. So it fits Retina display width, so with 1440 pixel width. I have a full HD, so which one is a little bit bigger. And I also have created here a small definition. So it's the 720 pixel width to fit different purposes. And you can see that I have automated also the logo to be added to the top left of my different variation. So this is something you can do with an automation process in order to save time and not have any designer to create the different variation for your asset. So here again, the idea is to save time and automate as much as possible in terms of delivery, variation that will fit the different CMS, portal, and website you may have. This is what you can do as for the publishing and the delivery, but we can go a step further. If you look at this image, for instance, we have AI capability that can help you also to enhance the metadata. If we go here very quickly on the generals, we can see that we have system metadata like the type, the size, etc. But we also have here a description that has been automated by AI. So we have a nice description that can be used, for instance, for alt text in your CMS. We also have automated tag that has been identified by AI, which helps you to organize and search the right asset based on those descriptions or metadata that you don't have to put manually, but AI does that for you. And so you save time again in this process. This is what we do in terms of enrichment, but we can go again a step further. We have a second module, named it very quickly earlier, Visual AI, which can be integrating into the DAM. So if you want, we can do quality assessment. Here, the idea is to make sure that the visual that you will use are quite good enough in terms of quality, because we know that in the real estate market, having quality assets drive the end user and drive the click on your website. So this is one thing that we can do. We can assess the assets you want to upload into the DAM and give you a score. Basically, it's a percentage between 1 and 100, and the higher you are, the better the quality of the image is perceived. And we can also enhance the image by either enhance the quality of the image, but we can also improve the image by upscaling the image. So let's say you have a small resolution image and you need to upscale the image, we can double the resolution of any images that we can import into the DAM. If you need to enhance an image, this is also something we can do. Here, it's a quick example. I'm going to pick one of the images that I just downloaded. So I'm going to very easily here filter on the last image that I have updated. So we can see there's the image I just uploaded a few minutes ago. And if I pick this one, you can see that this image is quite nice, but it's a little bit dark. So you can see here we have a slider. This is the image as it is actually in the DAM. And if I slide to the left, you will see here now this new image. It's a little bit brighter. In terms of quality, we have improved this image using AI capabilities. And so we can do that for all your images, or some images put in specific folder, for instance. You can use this visual AI using the UI just like I did. You can also automate everything. So if you want to script and automate this using external solution, this is also feasible. Or as the presets, you can easily put this task to be automated for each new upload and enhance images which are not good or not good enough for to be listing on your website. So we have covered the upload very quickly, but we have covered the upload, we have covered metadata, so you can have metadata, manually index the metadata or get those metadata indexed by AI. We've seen how we can enhance the image to make sure the image looks better on your website and try to drag, of course, end user clicking on those images. Now let's finally discuss about publishing. You saw earlier we work with CDN, world-class provider, to deliver asset very quickly, and we optimize and compress the size to make sure the bandwidth required is not big and to, again, faster the delivery. What we can also do is if you work with solution like CMS, PIM, we have a very strong portfolio of different solutions we are compatible with. So we have native plugins that will allow you to easily integrate with solutions like PIM, CMS. This is our online documentation where we can see with which company and solution. So if you are running your website through specific CMSs that you see here on the screen, you will have an easy integration that will help you to take benefit of the CDN link and everything that I showed earlier, automatically deliver to your CMS solution. And so you won't have to have personal and internal development to support those CDN link into your CMSs or PIM or whatever you need. So this is it.
Thank you for taking us through that demo. Let's jump right into some questions. My first question is, what is a common use case for your real estate customers? And what is expected ROI?
From our experience, a real estate customer really needs something that helps them to go fast, have to go to market the most fast as possible. And this is exactly what Scaleflex VXP brought to real estate professionals. We try to automate as much as action requires possible. So in terms of indexation, to make sure the right content goes to the right properties with the right information, make sure that we are delivering listing with the best chance to track and drag attention from the end users. What our customer is saying about this solution in terms of ROI is that most of the time customer can very easily have a 20% gain on their go-to-market, and sometimes the more they use AI solution like the enhancements request, the upscaling, the quality assessment, all of those things that usually are done by designers, marketers, when all of those together combined is used with automated process, it helps people to have sometimes even 100% of ROI, because the cost that takes to do this manually is easily covered by the cost of the solution.
That's an impressive ROI measurement. So let's jump in a little bit more about how this platform can help scale visual content operations as different companies grow.
Mm-hmm. So this is a little bit in our name, Scaleflex. So maybe it's not obvious, but we choose this name because we like to scale with our customer, and we are quite flexible as well when we assist our customer. And here, I mean, whether you are a startup or a scaling fast company, we will grow with our customer. We will grow for your user, with your workflow, with the storage that you need seamlessly. This is not something that requires a long process when you need to scale up with us to add new users or add extra terabyte of storage. This is something that we can do very seamlessly. And as so for our different plan, there is a plan for everybody. Either you are a small company or a biggest company with a lot of traffic and a lot of transformation. We have different plans that fit every budget. And we have this plan mechanism that helps also people to plan, and anticipate the cost very easily. So yeah, this is how we can very help people to grow and make sure they scale their visual content within our solution.
And how does this improve brand consistency across multiple channels and agencies?
Mm-hmm. So as any DAM, I would say the idea is to be the source of truth for the assets, and obviously this is what we are advocating for, and this is also why we are using CDN links. The idea is to make sure that everywhere everywhere you put your assets, you are using our DAM as a single source of truth, and our user and our CDN links. And because you do this, and because we have this mechanism of automated presets to make sure we are complying with your design charter, for instance, in terms of rendering, in terms of logo, in terms of layout of how the logo should be put and adjust within the assets, we can make sure everywhere the link were used, you keep consistency across channels, across agency, and one of the biggest advantages as well is to having always the latest version of your asset. So if someone goes on the asset and says, okay, we need to change the logo, we need to change the size, we need to change the quality of the asset, you will have automatically the latest version, and this latest version will be cast, in each website and location where the CDN link has been used. So you just do one modification and this applies everywhere. It's like basic syndication, but this is very straightforward for marketers. They just make a change and then they know for sure everywhere this change is applied, and so they get consistent in terms of design charter and the layout policy.
That sounds wonderful. I know having consistent images in multiple places, especially when you want to go through and change assets, can be a whole bear to wrestle with if you don't have something like this.
Yeah, and this is very time consuming, and this is where definitely there is a big ROI to fetch. Try to automate as much as possible, and this is just a bit of what we can do. Obviously, with 10 more minutes, I could have demonstrated so many other things that people really like. But in terms of real estate market, yeah, the one that I just presented is very what drag the attention on our solution.
Absolutely. Loic, thank you for showing us Scaleflex VXP. For more information about Scaleflex, click the link below.